Okay, so basically, working with the hand in this kind of position, there's no movement through the wrist. So if I just lightly touch between the ulna and the radius, it doesn't have to be an exact spot, but just all I'm looking for is just that left-right. There's a little bit more down than there is up. And she's starting to change as I'm working with her. And then also going up, you can see it. It's labored about here. So in other words, from here, I know she can't place her hands on. But what also concerns me is I cannot rotate. Now, if I didn't touch the ulna of the radius, I do get a bit more rotation. But when touching the ulna of the radius, you can see where the metatarsals are just not as aware as I'd want them to be, where, see, if I touch my own hand, I can move around it. Now, I'm not saying she can't move her hand, but so I'm just going to go in here between the metatarsals and just start activating. So you don't have to know exactly where each bone is. My hand positioning is very similar to that.
Feel it in my elbow.
Yeah. You'll see a big difference in the arm. Right now I'm just going after the hand. Are you supported okay?
Yeah.
And even right here, what's starting to happen is that transfer of weight from the hand to the elbow, which is a phenomenon that I don't think you're very used to with this arm. Right there. And all that means to me is there's an area that is stiff or left responsive, whatever you want to call it, interesting. And right there it happens. See now how she's extension, at least through this part of the hand, to reach her forefinger down. So now I'm moving more in this direction. It was interesting, I saw it on YouTube how it said that the radius has rotation, but the ulna doesn't rotate. And I was like thinking, let me know how that works for you. See, transfer of weight. See, when I pick up beyond the ball with you, do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
That I kind of go to your shoulder, I like bypass the
way
elbow.
Up here.
Yeah, yeah. So your elbow's not even bending. What's interesting here, if I lift underneath here, I can't get that function of the wrist coming behind or underneath the pinky. So see that here? See how that's... So now, even though I'm touching over here, my intention is still over here. See here, I can't pull through the wrist, but I'm not working on the wrist yet.
I wonder if my left hand is the same way.
We can go both.
Since this is the one that was taped.
Right.
It just makes me wonder if the left hand knows what it's doing and the right hand never figured it out.
Well, the left hand at least knew how to balance you as a baby. See, since this one was taped, This arm didn't even have the concept of going over to protect you. So those hand movements didn't set up. Now, it's not to say they can't happen because your hand is typical.
Yeah.
But this is a pure example of just because something is typical and looks like the stupid picture, doesn't mean you have function.
Right.
So, and I'm reading a really interesting book on cellular load and all of this, but it's all based off of gravity and blah, blah, blah. But her point is that this hand should be completely different than that hand because it didn't have the same experiences because it was prevented. Again, typical medical, your hand just popped. Did you feel it? It's just a little bit. They wanted to save the hand medically. The medical profession did their job, but they don't. But you never hear of a kid getting, quote, just short-term therapy except for a real hardcore break or recovery.
Car accident or something major happens.
See here, I don't have extension at all through. But that's, again, as a baby, you weren't reaching with this hand. Right. And now I'm trying to twist the inside of the palm. I won't get too much further than without working on the arm, but I at least wanted to activate the hand. So at least see there's circles here. So if we go back to the initial, you can see it also too that your quickness is there, that rate of acceleration. So see, it's much different than when we first started. But now I have to start including the arm. It would be very natural to go to the elbow. What I'm doing now is just reversing my hands, so I'm holding the hands so the vestibular is still protected. And now I'm going into the base of the ulna and the radius with my intention of the fascia tissue in between the two. Big release in the shoulder. See now, just the difference of the drop. See now too, I can bend the elbow.
Yeah. I can feel it go through my elbow and then up.
But that came from me protecting the hand. If I'd been like this, you still would have been holding the hand, and that would have prevented that kind of. So now that the wrist is bent, I can go in from this position and just work. So I'm pushing up the radius as I'm pulling down on the ulna. And again with that rotation through the wrist. But this is holding a pencil. This is where it was just not fun to write, probably, as you were a kid.
My shoulder gets tired when I write. She's always seemed weird to me.
So now that the elbow is suddenly very big in that movement, see how the chest is moving and all of that? I'm going to come right here. Again, my hand's still on the ball. And I'm looking to push down on the wrist as I'm lifting up and rotating on the elbow. So I'm not lifting up on the elbow, I'm lifting with a rotation quality to the elbow. Because I want the shoulder to rotate. There we go. Now I'm going to come underneath just the lower arm. The biggest thing to worry about too, when you suddenly do get a release like that, people really want to do this kind of thing. But see how her upper arm isn't ready for that kind of movement when I go that fast. So you still want to respect and get the whole mechanism of the system.
Do you want to be able to see the shoulder more, or no?
Yeah. See the camera.
Eyes.
No.
And she doesn't mean your beep beep. No. Yes.
No. One. Cositas. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Hi.
So now I'm twisting down on the hand and up, starting on the biceps. Probably more in the condyles of the elbows right now. But again, it's not so much that I'm looking for the twist, but it's that transfer of the weight. As I have extension down to the hand, then the elbow comes up. And that's a crawl. But since she didn't crawl, I'm just looking to put back function or those functions more available into her arms. Not that she wants to sit around and do push-ups, but
You never know when you eat them.
well, not only that, but this is just stirring a pot of spaghetti sauce too, you know,
Yeah.
and do you love mommy? Do you love mommy? Love is Graham's favorite words. I go, who loves you more than anything? See again now, transferring coming down to the hand. I'll leave that alone. I still have to go back to that whole shoulder. But see now again now how much more
It goes to
I can-
the elbow with the right path.
not only that, but see I can start throwing your arm.
Yeah. It
That's where the
actually
ball
does
is nice.
something.
Yeah. But what I'm going to do now again though, and this, when you're not used to extension, this is really common in CP. See how hard the thumb wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm going to be doing here is just lightly bringing the thumb down to the table as I lightly bring the hand up.
It feels so weird.
Doesn't it? This is just, like I said, crucial in CP. Anything where the thumb gets tucked under. So what I'm looking to do is, as the hand twists up a little bit, just like this, and here, twists up and the thumb goes down.
Oh, that feels weird even to try and do.
Right. So see, I'm just... So it's almost like I'm milking a cow here with the thumb, but I'm lightly, very lightly rotating through that hand. And then slowly letting her touch down to the table. Because also what children don't get to do is that individual finger. Mm-hmm. They go through dirt and they do those kind of things, but to start learning, you know, as we do the piano, things like that, that's an older skill. Feel the thumb now start to do circles.
Its own thing.
Now I'm going to come in and do the other fingers, and then I'm going to go back and do the thumb again, because still you're holding the other fingers as the thumb goes down.
Yeah.
Her phone we're doing class.
Daddy will turn the toys off and forget to turn them on, so when I'll be like, why is it so quiet today? And I'm like, oh, all the toys got turned off.
And see too how I'm working with the extension of the one finger and then the opposing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, rotating through the palm as the finger comes down. Right there, you can feel where the shoulder and everything locks up. So you can move independently from the hand.
Yeah, it feels really different.
So what I'm going to do here now is lightly bend and push up as I'm pushing down.
My elbow.
There we go. You do that with all the fingers. People don't think of the opposing ways that any body part should move, going up as much as we do down.
I'm Bingo the dog. I help take care of the animals. There is a farmer who has a dog, and Bingo is my name. Oh. I'm Bingo the dog. I help take care of the animals.
Right there. Feel the difference between that finger and this finger? So I'm going to come in here and cup the hand just to assist it. There we go.
I'm Bingo the dog. I help take care of the animals.
There. So see, knuckle up, knuckle up.
There is a farmer who has a dog, and Bingo is my name. Oh. I'm
Go back to the thumb again.
I'm Bingo the dog. I help take care of the animals. There is a farmer who I'm a cow. I'm Bingo.
And just again, look just for floor. Now, if I wanted to, I can work the floor, let's say, this way. So what I'm doing here with my own hand is working it this way. I'm not just lifting up, down. Always, again, offering that counterbalance to her counterbalance. The more I can give a vocabulary of movement, the more her movement will be receptive. But I can also then push in there.
Mama,
What? What? And I can also bring the hand more down with that and work.
Did you not get your snuggles from Daddy this morning?
I love this the sumo wrestler pose.
Good try. Good try. What you doing? Are you climbing me? What you doing? No, you can't have the ball.
So now I'm going to lean on the ball and come here, and I'm just going to tug on this elbow. I always say it's like fly fishing. You can't just yank it back, you're going to lose the fish. So it's enough, and then I let go. And then again with a light rotation, and it doesn't matter if we have a baby bouncing all over us. No, are you working on Mommy's hands?
You're so gentle, are you?
Yeah, she rips your fingers back. It's a little bit easier to do this, though, without a child jumping on the chest cavity. This is where I don't argue. You know, let's say if I'm working with a kid and I've got like siblings here and cousins, and I hear practitioners that don't even want the parents in the room. I'm like, this is their environment. This is what they're used to. This is what you have to exist in. So I have to offer you to be able to function in this environment.
Fine. Usually you do this to Daddy. And
That's why I respect the autism, but I don't give into the autism.
Well, that's what no, we're talking about.
Yeah.
Ah. Ah. Wait. Why do you like... Because Daddy doesn't let you do that. Beep, beep.
I was about to say, at least she's not sticking her fingers up your nose, and there she goes. A.
In the morning when it's time to
Do you
get
want a
Daddy
book?
up, she's the alarm clock.
Do you want a book? Oh. These are little books.
Book.
But see now the counter with the and going through the pull the elbow. So now at this point, if I wanted to, I can take Mr. Ball out. I still want to support the arm, but I'm going to go down into the hand. See, again, you're not used to transfer. You feel that?
Yeah.
To transfer your weight from the palm to for the elbow up. I can't even do it. So I have to go back really slow. So since I can't lift the elbow up, I'm going and I'm rotating elbow down. Enough time for your brain to start going, oh, I'm going on. See already the difference of going onto the palm. But see, had I not worked on your shoulder, I couldn't work on something like that. I mean, I have to put it together, you know, almost like a dance. Now here what's awkward is if you were down on the hand and rolling up like this way. See, if I press down here and roll, see how that's strange?
Yeah.
So I come down. But what I'm also working on is extension, that the fingers stay here and can extend off the table reversed versus looking and extend this way. I'm now looking for the hand to extend away from the fingers. Go back. Now, something that should also happen in this position, I don't know if we're ready for it, is to be here and to move the hand around the elbow.
Okay.
So, like if I was here, so it's actually,
It feels so weird.
yeah. So here, let me.
It feels all along there, like really tight, like it's never done that before.
Well, when that tightness happens, this is my argument. I believe that's what CP is. When you don't have that sense of balance or that sense of a system to go on to, your muscles just go, and grab.
Yeah.
Now you're lying down, all of this. I'm just playing with your arm. There's no reason for you to go into a tension. But it's something that your system hasn't done, and for whatever reason, you're protective. And the reason you're protective more so is when this hand was taped here, again, if you were to fall over to that side, you've got no arm to put down to protect yourself. So you really had to hold yourself to keep you to one side. But that's what I believe kids do that have special needs, particularly CP. Are they spastic, or are they trying to protect that sense of balance that's so unorganized to such a degree that you get these spastic contractions going on because they're smart and they're trying to protect their system for whatever reason, whether it's a fall or a movement that's just unfamiliar. There, so 2, pushing down with the hand into the table as the elbow turns up. Because again, see, you're not used to that falling and rolling onto the arm. So that's why the hand's going.
What do I do?
So I'm just going in here to the wrist and rolling. Books.
She's trying to close the box.
Yeah, it's not. So now I'm going to bring the hand nice and close. Where again, I'm going to twist the hand just a little bit as I'm bringing the elbow over. And see how little that movement is. Because just that, your breathing's going. There we go. So now see how the fingers can stay on the table as the hand comes down to the table. Now we got to get the foot to do that for the cha-cha because that's what the dancing is. That's where you're... Do with the feet, and this is where it's difficult with you. See how the elbow freezes? The foot is like a seesaw, so is the hand, right? But see, if I go to do that with you, you're so not used to doing wrist up, wrist down, fingers up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just not a move that's, so I can,
Well, and her toes
Again.
can all do their own thing. And I love watching her feet when she starts dancing. It's so weird. It looks like my arm is made of jello.
yeah. There the elbow. It's flopping independently from the hand.